What's up, everybody? So I was thinking about my last video, and something that kind of struck me was, what kind of father are you being? Um, are you a dad who is active in your kid's life? Are you a dad who gets to spend every single day with your kids? If you are, that's awesome. I know a lot of dads that don't really get to spend a lot of time with their kids. They do the every other week thing, like I kind of had to. And it can cause a strain in the relationship, right? So one thing I did realize and learned was that whether I was spending time with my daughter or not, still acting appropriately, acting like a dad, not taking time off or weekends and being crazy. Like, it really doesn't matter how old you are. I was a father at 19. So, I didn't really get to do my party stage, whatever you want to call it. I did have, enough friends around. Some were older, some were younger. And, sometimes that was good, sometimes that was bad. Sometimes that made things easy, and sometimes it made things hard. I had a lot of people around me, especially being so young, that, were into the whole party scene and, drinking on the weekends and, going out and staying out all night and blowing into work and stuff. And realizing that, you kind of have to still maintain, being a dad and acting appropriately. It becomes more important the older that they get, the more that they can start understanding behavior and stuff like that. So, I mean, you always got to keep it in the back of your mind. With your everyday behaviors is important. So, question that I was asking myself is, was I showing my daughter the kind of guy that she should want to be with, right? That she should be with. And most of the time it was, yeah. Most of the time I was like, I hope she finds somebody just like me, And other times it was, maybe there are things that I could be doing in my life that could make things better or show her, what real fathers should be, and the men in her life, and who she should be looking for in a partner, in a relationship. So, it was kind of something that's been on my mind for a little while. Really just, sitting down and taking that time to think about it. Like I said in a couple videos ago, I like to sit at the end of the day, in the evening on the patio, and just have a couple of minutes to myself. Think about the day, think about, the past, think about the present, think about the future, think about your behaviors, think about the decisions you make, and really think to yourself, are you being the kind of man that you want your daughter to grow up to want to be with? The old adage always, your kids will always look for or end up with someone who's just like their parent. So definitely want to show them, the better sides of that, and make sure that they see that there are good people out there, that you're one of them. And for the dads that don't get to see their daughters or their sons, their kids for extended periods of time or every day like me, it made that time that I spent with her on the weekends, Wednesdays, just that much more important to, make sure that you're checking in with them, connecting with them, living in the moment, and being there, and just really participating, listening, trying to, dads always want to help their kids with their problems. We see, we've been there, we've done that. Fortunate enough for me, in a sense, was that I was young enough to understand. Like, I could understand what she was going through. It hadn't been like I was that far out of touch with her life, you know, the things she was going through. So, yeah, I mean, you know, I definitely sit back and think to myself, like, you know, am I being that guy that she would want to be with, and the kind of guy that's there for her, you know? And there are a lot of good guys out there. You know, where all the good guys go always seems to be some kind of subject or topic for women, and the truth is that unless you understand female nature, you know, and everything that goes along with that, gotta kind of keep it friendly. You know, I don't want to get freaking banned off YouTube or whatever, but the whole intersexual dynamics, you know, understanding that from a perspective of making sure that your kids are adjusted properly, you know, shielding them from things that would inevitably harm them in the future. My daughter was very socially liberal for a while, and over time, just having those conversations with her and posing questions to her, it kind of really opened up her mind to the kind of life that she wants to live. I'd say she's a lot more conservative now and conservative minded. So it's kind of going against the grain these days. You know, it is what it is, but you know, I want her, at the end of the day, I want her to be happy and have a fulfilled life. So as difficult as some of those conversations were, as much pushback as I got, you know, I just keep going, you know, just keep making sure that they understand where you stand on things. You know, they can look outside of themselves. It's especially important for girls. A lot of their points of reference are their own, you know, point of origin, their own learned experience, you know, in female situations, female nature, whatever you want to call it. And I understand it, you know, I mean, they're not boys, they're not men, you know, so how would they understand it? But I think it's important, you know, for the genders now, especially almost exclusively now, to start understanding each other and start, you know, behaving appropriately or making better decisions or treating each other better. And it really starts with the kids, you know. I mean, the kids aren't born with all these problems, you know. We introduce them to a lot of these problems within ourselves if we haven't dealt with them. So, you know, dealing with your own demons and your own problems, that will take you a long way with raising your kids, you know, because you fix your problems and they won't repeat them. I was a child of a divorced family, you know, a broken family, if you want to call it that. Mom and dad didn't like each other. It is what it is. So I had to learn, you know, how to break that curse. I didn't get to break that curse, but I want to make sure that my daughter can break that curse and find somebody that she actually wants to be with her whole life, and start a family and have kids and, you know, be happy and feel fulfilled. So just food for thought, you know, something on my mind in the last couple of weeks has been super important, and you know, I just wanted to share that. If anybody's got any questions or comments or whatever, you know, definitely leave it below. Like, share the video, you know, subscribe, comment, whatever. I'll read all the comments. You know, I want an active conversation with people. You know, everybody can just watch videos and that's fine. I mean, I find myself doing that too, but you know, I want to definitely open up the conversation and have more people participate instead of just sitting on the sidelines. I think we need that now. But I don't want this video to get too long, so I'm going to cut it here. Hope you guys had a great Monday. Take care. You know, let me know if you got any questions. All right, take care.